Right. This Minecraft video is for Antoni Porowski. So my friend's been rewatching Queer Eye recently, and they're kind of updating me about or telling me about the best bits or the most emotional moments, kind of things that they had forgotten about. And recently they asked me who my favourite of the Fab Five was. And now I can't pick a favourite. Like, are you joking? I cannot. But when she asked me, I was explaining everything that I like about all of the individual members. When it comes to Karamo, listen, as I said, I can't pick a favourite, but if I had to, I would definitely have to put Karamo up there. I just think he's such an impressive man. I don't know if you've heard about the story of his two sons, but he adopted his son and then adopted his son's brother, and that was such an abbreviated version of the story, but I don't know I can't remember the whole story off the top of my head, but it's amazing. He's amazing. When it comes to Bobby, I too am a champion of the point of view that he puts the most work into the episodes. He does so much for the heroes, redesigning their whole house, and I've seen so much discourse about who does the most, or discourse specifically about Bobby. People arguing that he does the most, and people arguing that he doesn't. I think he does. But he also puts like so much thought into it, and he puts heart and soul into it, and he involves the heroes, and he gets them to make stuff for their house. And I just think that's a beautiful thing. When it comes to Jonathan, they really bring the energy, bring the happiness, the joy, the light. They're just so amazing. And also, if you read about their backstory, I can't recount it off the top of my head again, like Karamo's. But it's amazing. It's so impressive how far they've come and what they've managed to do with their life. And I just think that they deserve all the happiness that they have. And it's a really beautiful thing to see. Listen, I said that about what Bobby does, but it's the same. Same goes. It's beautiful. Then when it comes to Tan, he's so good at the blunt advice, and I don't say that to discredit him. I think he may seem less soft and gooey and I guess like wholesome as the other members of the Fab Five. But I think when you think about it, he always says the right thing. But you've read the title of the video, Mr. Antoni Porowski. Wow. Now, to reiterate, he's not my favourite, because I cannot pick a favourite. But I've been thinking so much recently about food and meal times, and Antoni Porowski. I remember he said in an episode once, and I'm sorry, but I don't know which one. And to be fair, my thoughts and feelings about this topic may have been collected over a few episodes and moments. But I remember him saying once that when he came out to his family, and I don't know the whole story, it's not even my story to tell, but he has told it somewhere, or at least parts of it somewhere, so you guys can find it if you want to. He said that when he came out, his mum was quite unhappy about it, and they talked to each other a lot less. And he maybe even said that they stopped talking to each other, which is horrible and really sad. But he then went on to say that meal times were the only time that he saw her, or I think that their family got together as one. And he was getting really emotional talking about this, obviously, because it's sad. And he was talking about how food was the thing that brought his family together. And it just gets you thinking about how important food is to us as social beings. Or maybe not even that. We are social beings, and we've made food important. We've ascribed importance to food. And of course, sometimes that is not a good thing. But when you think about it from the angle that food is to be shared with your loved ones, and meal times are for you and your loved ones to be together, that's so emotional. Like, I'm gonna cry. As humans, we really didn't need to do that. We made a choice to make it important enough. And now, obviously, I don't know every culture in the world, and I probably can't even say I'm well versed in any culture other than my own. But it's easy to see that most cultures share this importance of food in meal times. And that's what makes Antoni Porowski's role in Queer Eye so important. He teaches people how to look after themselves and how to look after the ones they love. And if I'm going to commit to this and make really tenuous points, he teaches them how to express love to the people in their lives. Like, do you remember that episode when I think a guy made a crab boil for his grandma or for his carer because he remembered her making it for him when he was growing up? What the hell? The generational ties. Like, there's tears in my eyes over this. Anyways, I think what led me to thinking about this was that I was thinking about my uni house and how we all used to congregate, like me and my housemates all used to congregate in the kitchen at the evening, and we'd cook separate meals, but we'd all cook together at the same time, and the atmosphere was electric. It was warm and jovial, and I think I'm really going to miss that, to be honest. I don't know, it creates a safe space and a peaceful space. And I think in my mind, Antoni Porowski is just a figurehead of all that. He constantly reminds us that the connections we make over a dinner table are paramount and they can shape us into the people we become. Oh my god. I think I better stop talking about this now because I'm getting way too into it. I'm sorry for being sappy and wholesome and kind of insane, but I really felt like I needed to get that off my chest, and I really enjoyed talking about it. It is also 10 to 1 in the morning, and I'm in a hotel room, and I'm kind of scared that I'm being way too loud. But it's not my problem if people are trying to sleep and I'm keeping them up, because I'm still up. But I think I better go to sleep. I've had some pretty big days recently. I spoke about in some of my recent videos about how I was moving. I am in a hotel in the new country that I live in now. So that's where I'm at. But I'm seeing my mum tomorrow. She's coming to see me. Gonna see my mother. It's gonna be good. I don't really want to talk too much about the move because obviously moving abroad is quite like stressful. I think I'm going to give it a few months and then I might talk about it because I don't want to vent in a unfiltered way and overshare and just dump all of my issues online because I don't think that would be healthy. But much like my Minecraft character is doing right now, I think it's time for me to go to sleep. So, good night, everyone.